Geminis, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for November 2023. As always, if anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. And let's get on with your reading. What's happening for Geminis? Oh, Two of Cups, straight away. Soulmate union? Are you meeting a soulmate in November? What's happening? Have you already met them? Because I just feel like kind of getting to know someone a little bit more if you don't know them very well yet. Like becoming closer. 9 of Wands, that makes sense. You've already kind of met someone. If you're single or if you're in a relationship, like let's just get titles, just ignore them. Take everything as I say as it resonates. 9 of Wands is someone very closed off, wounded warrior. You've been hurt in the past after opening up maybe to people, and now you're a bit reluctant, but in November you're gonna be, but it's just like a little bit of hesitance. Somebody's very patient with you though, or they're going to be. Queen of Pentacles, there you go, very introverted, very homebody energy. You kind of like your own space, you like things how you like them. You might have been single for a while and now you're getting into a relationship in November, or recently have, and it's a little bit like, oh, like it's like one step forward, two steps back in a way. Like you're kind of like giving somebody pieces of the puzzle, but then you're kind of running away again. I don't know, it's kind of like hesitant energy, but you really want to get to know someone. You want them to get to know you. Page of Swords, which is kind of studying and learning. It's almost, the way I'm taking this is somebody's like studying and learning about you, which is nice. Like they're very patient. Hermit, that was my energy. I said you're kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or whatever I said. I think I said it wrong, but the Hermit was kind of what I was feeling, was like coming out of your shell and then going back inside of it. So Hermit, you have been on a spiritual quest. I don't usually say quest, but we are now. It's almost like you've been on a quest of self-discovery, and you've been going within, you've been learning about yourself, and as you've gone deeper and deeper, you might have now been, or might now be, a bit reluctant to kind of tell someone about maybe spiritual awakening that you've had, or certain enlightenment, or certain epiphanies you've come to about yourself. It's like you're like wanting to tell someone, but you're also like, are they going to be open to this side of me? There's like deep sides to you that you've unlocked and discovered in a time of being single maybe, that now that you're getting to know someone, you're like, actually I kind of want to tell this person all the things I thought I'd never want to tell someone. 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, Gemini. What a beautiful card to have come out now. So you're actually, this person is actually very similar to you. 10 of Pentacles is also like, you are going to build a very stable home life with someone that will carry on for generations to come. There's some type of legacy. Your wealth and this person's wealth will combine itself. It's very balanced. It's not like on either end. It's very much equal. You give your side, they give their side. Like it's not, it's all fair. I don't know why that's coming through. It's just like, you are very abundant, Gemini, and this person's very abundant. Whether that be materialistically, whether that mean you have a lot of money right now, I'm not really bothered. It's more like you have the ability to make a lot of money and they have the ability to make a lot of money, and you will make money with them. You will make money, even if it's separately. Like you're going to combine this and just have this huge amount of abundance and physical. I just feel like material wealth will be abundant for you, and not in like, I know it doesn't matter, but it also does, because it's gonna buy your freedom, if that makes sense. It's like, it doesn't matter, but it does, because it means you're not gonna have to worry about money. I feel like this is talking long term, because I'm thinking generations to come. Like you and this person will have a lot, but like right now there's just kind of like, I'm feeling you might already be in this position, but 9 of Wands here, you might be a little bit protective that somebody wants you because of your 10 Pentacles. For some of you, you might be very successful, or you just look like you are in some way and you're worried that that's all somebody likes, but it's not. This person is just as abundant, or they're capable of being. They're kind of like, especially with the Hermit here, I feel like they actually truly like what's on the inside, which is really silly and very rare these days, but it's the feeling I'm getting. 3 of Wands, expecting. This isn't what you're expecting. not expecting this. So that's weird because expecting came out, but I want to tell you it's not what you're expecting, because it's almost like you're over here looking at your hermit mode. You're over here looking at your hermit phase, kind of assessing where you've been, where you've come from, and out of nowhere, a beautiful, long-lasting relationship's popping up, right when you're just focusing on yourself, which is the way it usually works. Page of Cups. When I said, it's weird that I'm saying you're not expecting it, because this card is expecting. Page of Cups is the card of the unexpected. When pigs fly, look, there's a pig flying up there. When pigs fly, the unexpected, and it's come out. I knew it. I intuitively felt you're not expecting this, because you're expecting to go deeper within spiritually. You're expecting to be a little bit selfish and retreat. And I feel like you've already started this hermit journey or this spiritual path, and you're just like really set on being alone, maybe, or just discovering yourself in deeper, in a deeper sense. And while you're like looking at yourself and assessing yourself and the parts of yourself you want to grow and heal, boom, relationship comes. It's almost just like ding, like out of nowhere. The universe is like, well, you may not feel completely healed, or you may not feel ready, but you are. And they're just giving it to you. Queen of Wands, you're looking very good, feeling good. It's almost like, because I know looks don't matter, but as when it comes to how you feel, sometimes they do. When you look good, you feel good. And in November, you're going to be looking particularly good and feeling even better. Ace of Swords, there's a lot of clarity coming to you as well about how you're supposed to look. So maybe you've questioned, maybe you dye your hair lots of different colours, or you cut your hair lots, or I feel like female Gemini specifically, like you're very much how to do your makeup, changing up how you do your hair, like things like that. You kind of like, how am I supposed to be? What clothes am I supposed to wear? And this doesn't quite feel like me, so I'm going to try something else. In November, you're going to be very clear on your style in some way or some aspect of it. Yeah, like you're just sure about what you want to look like, or even like a brand. If you're like a business owner, it's like you're very trying lots of different like filters, let's say, and you're like, which one's for me, which one's for me? Like, you know, when people had like one set filter on all their Instagram posts and they kind of stuck to a theme, it's like you've been figuring out which filter is for you. And in November, you're going to be very clear on how to go about that. And maybe it's just your brand design or something, if you're self-employed or if you have your own business, because I just see you, there's something to do with work and how you look. There's also something to do here with booked and busy. You're very busy in November, but it's a nice busy. It's like a productive busy, and it's like you're not, even though you're busy, you're not burnt out. You're very clear on your own time and your work. It's very separated, very like compartmentalization. Biggest word I've used all week. It's Monday, but I'm filming this on Monday. But you're very good at compartmentalizing your work and then letting go of what's happening at work and coming home, which is very nice and very like underrated too. Like I think that's very much a beautiful thing. Justice now coming out. There's something happening as well in November that is fair, and it's evening out. So if you have felt as if, we'll stick to the work vibe, someone at work got all the credit for a job that you did, don't worry, because in November it's balanced out. This could be anything. This might not even be to do with work at all. This could just be love. Maybe you've always had terrible relationships. In November, you're coming into union with someone that is an amazing relationship. Something's being balanced out and everything will work out as it's supposed to and fair. In November, I'm feeling like a lot more lighthearted energy around all of the signs, but in particular you, of just being like, life's not serious, and just taking things a lot more lightheartedly. What else is going on for Geminis this month? Okay, I'll take all those. Strength, beautiful. 10 of Swords, beautiful. Ace of Pentacles and Temperance. Who had this? I think Aquarius had something similar. You might have that in your chart, in your top 3. If this doesn't resonate, by the way, check out your moon and rising sign. Because for me personally, I don't resonate with my sun at all, ever. But I always resonate with my moon sign. Anyways, sorry. Strength card, 10 of Swords. So you are very strongly in November. getting up and walking on. Getting up and walking on? Picking yourself up and walking forward. So I don't know what's happened in October. Something's happened where you just felt like you couldn't go on. And then in November, you're somehow finding the strength to go on anyway, which is very beautiful. And you're very strong, and you're a lot like, for some reason, it's like you actually were saying, I can't get up, I can't keep going, I can't keep going. And then in November, you go, oh, okay, actually, I'm glad I did. I don't know where I got that strength from, but I'm glad that I did. Ace of Pentacles also, and Temperance. Temperance, again, another card of balance, just like Justice, except this is more emotions. You're kind of like emotionally, if you had been very much jumping from anger to, I was going to say anger to rage, but they're kind of the same thing. If you've been jumping from anger to crying, to anger again, to being upset, to anger, or to happiness, to sadness, there's just something here where in November, you're actually going to be very, very calm, tempered, balanced, and in tune with your soul. I don't know why that's coming through. Like, maybe you've been ignoring your soul or your soul's purpose, or you're just who you actually are on the inside. You might have kind of changed into a character that you thought would benefit your work circumstance or your relationship circumstance. You're kind of putting on like a character subconsciously without meaning to. But in November, you're kind of just being yourself. And when you're yourself, you're just attracting like either a new work opportunity or a new relationship, whatever it is. It's something in the physical world. I don't know why that's coming through. Which is why I want to say, like, because Pentacles is physical. Pentacles is something you can touch. Doesn't necessarily have to be money, but it's just something of value that you can touch. So for some of you, this actually might be a person. I don't know why I can't let go of that idea. I feel like you actually do have a person coming in if you're single, but it's like a gift from the universe. And it might start off tiny. It might be a situation of something you would usually ignore, whether it be somebody reaching out, somebody from the past. I don't really have an energy of the past coming out, but if there's just some type of like little tiny interaction you have with someone, it's a seed being planted that will grow, and it's actually a gift from the universe, no matter what it looks like. You have to kind of like trust this. There's like, it's gonna seem tiny. It could be anything. It could be somebody, I don't even have an example. I genuinely don't have an example. I've gone blank. But there's going to be something small happen that leads to something bigger down the line that you just have to kind of go with the flow and trust your soul. I don't know why I keep saying soul, but there's something about your soul, like, you've become someone you're not, or you just kind of turn into, like, you're really cool, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I like you and I like your energy. But there's just something where you've turned into a version of yourself that maybe your past version of yourself thought you wanted to be. But now you've grown into it. Your soul's kind of like unhappy. They're like, is this who I actually am? And then in November, you're actually discovering who you actually are, if that makes sense. I don't know, somebody's gonna like dye their hair back to their natural colour. It just keeps coming through, something about dyeing hair. Also, Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is love, romance, which is why I kept saying about this person. Now it's just flown out. It's just flown out. So, there you go. Ace of Pentacles, I said, I don't know why I keep feeling like this is a person. And it's almost like, for the first time, you'll meet them. I don't know, maybe you met someone online and you're actually going to meet them in November, because it's like they're actually in the physical world, whereas you didn't realize they were gonna be. Like, maybe you thought that it was over or something, some type of online situationship for some of you, but it's actually like you're going to meet them in the physical world and they're actually going to love you. I didn't mean to say that, that just came out. So they're actually going to love you, like, from the second they see you, if you are you. But if you're this version of yourself that your past version of yourself thought that you would like, sorry, this is like a long ramble, I don't think they're gonna love you, because that's not who you are. Not to say they won't like you, I think they would like you, no matter how you are, but it's just like, if you just were yourself, it's almost like you're going to return to a more childlike state of yourself. Like, you're not childish, don't get me wrong, but there's a more freer version of you where you just did things and said things and went certain ways because that's what your inner child wanted to do. But you're not doing that, you're kind of... There might be somebody in particular that you like you idolize, that you were almost mimicking in the past. And you've kind of let go of it now, but you still like have like one last tether to it, to that person, if that makes sense. and it's not quite who you are. And then once you fully merge into who you actually are and who you want to be, this person's just gonna like love you straight away, like because they're gonna recognize you. It's like your souls will recognize each other. Sorry, I keep saying souls. I don't know why. It's not like, it doesn't taste nice when I say it for some reason. Souls. Anyways, what else is going on? I'll get you one more card. Not that we need it. I feel like this is kind of all turned into love, as it always does. Eight of Cups. Yep. Okay. Also, I feel like you're completely detaching from past. So there's people, friendships, certain situationships that just were not for you, that you're completely detaching from and walking away from, and you're looking good while you do it. So you also had Queen of Wands here, which is a card of looking good. You have Strength card, looking good, and you have Eight of Cups, which is the card of watch how good my butt looks as I walk away. Look how good I look. You are literally just strutting off into the distance, into the sunset, as people or certain maybe relationships or almost relationships are going to be like, oh, I missed that. I missed the shot. Oh. And then it's like they don't even have a second, like, you're gone. You're gone. It's kind of like, I feel like there's someone in particular that didn't appreciate you, and so it's quite nice that you're finally kind of going, huh, bye. Yeah. It's kind of sassy, but not sassy. Sassy's not the word, but kind of like, I feel like you've been very nice to someone that didn't really need your niceness, didn't deserve your niceness. Kindness, your loving, caring, kind energy was taken for granted, and then you realize that, and the second you realize that, you're walking away. And I think this could happen in November, where you go, oh, okay, oh, you're not who I don't know why I'm hearing you're not as cool as I thought you were. Oh, you're not cool. Like, you're gonna just go, you're not cool. And like, even if that's not something you say, it's just that energy of, oh, you're not as cool as I thought you were. Oh, okay. Like, and by that I feel like it's just somebody that isn't as nice as you thought they were in the past. And when you walk away, boom, who do you walk into but this new person or old person that never got off the ground or that you never got to meet. I feel like it's a new person. For a lot of you, it's an ace and it's new, but it's just like you kind of might know of their existence already, but you've not met them in the physical. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Turtle Tarot Tuesdays.